think I might have made a mistake in my video about who plays bass on this particular song. In 2023 I was learning the bass line to If You Want Me to Stay by Sly and the Family Stone. As part of learning new songs, I generally like to find out who the bass player was so I can learn more about their technique. In this case I was pretty sure it was Larry Graham because he was famous for being Sly Stone's bass player. That was until I realized that he'd actually left the band at the point of recording this album fresh. I saw some posts online saying that Sly Stone actually recorded a lot of the bass lines for this album himself. I couldn't find anything that was 100% conclusive that Sly played bass on this particular track, but I saw a lot of references to an old Bass Player magazine article from October 2006. I couldn't find a copy to read online at the time, so I actually just had to go ahead and buy a physical copy. So that's how I like to spend my time. This article by Chris Jizey actually has a lot of cool information in it. It says basically Sly played the demo or scratch track for the bass, and then the studio recorded version was actually done by Rustee Allen. It even goes into like quite a lot of detail about the day that Rustee did the recording, you know, what gear he used, about him coming into the studio to listen to Sly's track and then kind of copying his technique. Incidentally, SPL made a similar video about who played bass on If You Want Me to Stay. I was wondering if they had actually seen my original video because a lot of the information from the article wasn't available to read online at the time. But I think what actually happened is that Chris Jizey repackaged the article for Guitar World shortly after Sly Stone passed away. I think they just had the same idea after it became more available online. I felt pretty good about the video when I posted it, but I would occasionally get comments that would say Sly Stone actually played bass on this track. I initially wrote that off as kind of confusion or misinformation. That was until a couple of months ago when I got another comment on my video that said Sly Stone plays bass in this track. I asked them if they had any evidence, and they actually sent me this video of Rustee from 2016.
The bass line to If You Want Me to Stay, is that his? That was his composition?
That was his composition, and actually that was, unbeknownst to a lot of people, that was actually his performance too.
So now I don't know. Was it Rustee who played, or was it Sly Stone? I just wonder why these two sources say two different things. Maybe this is Rustee speaking metaphorically, saying he just did his best to copy what Sly did on the scratch track, so even if it was him playing it in the studio, it's the way Sly did it. I just feel like I'm not 100% clear who played bass on this track, and I would really like to know. SPL, Scott, Ian, you're also clearly interested in who played bass on this track. I'm gonna need you to get Rustee Allen on the show immediately and ask him, who was it? Who did it? Don't just give me the sledgehammer bass line again. Don't just give me the Wichita lineman bass solo again. Ian, are you playing it right now?